Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching right now. So, hopefully, we're going to have live viewers as well today. So, if you're not watching us live, if you're watching us the replay, hopefully, you also get some learnings and inspiration from today's episode. So, for those who don't know me yet, I'm Noche Giorgio. I'm based here in Melbourne, Australia, but I'm originally from the Philippines. So, sa mga Filipinos, kababayans all over the world, magandang umaga, magandang hapon, at saka magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Or if you're also Cebuano, specifically like me, which is Bisdak, living now abroad here in Australia. So, maayong buntag, maayong hapon, maayong gabi sa inyo nga tanan. So today, I'm so excited. It's another episode of my live interview. It's a interview series where I featured successful online business owners from our community, hopefully to inspire people as well from different walks of life, and for us to hear how they're able to build a very successful online business despite of the challenges that they may have in their journey. So let's have a look. So if you're watching us live today, make sure to comment in the comment section below where you're from, and make sure to stay tuned until the end because you might be one of the lucky winner for today's session. So what we usually do after the interview and the sharing, we will have some games. So yes, there will be an exciting game for you guys who's watching us live today, and hopefully you will be one of the winners of our exciting prizes today. So without further ado, I will introduce my guest for today. I'm so grateful that she said yes to my invitation. I know she's very busy. So she's a mom of three children. She's a loving wife. She's also a very successful online business owner and an online business coach in our online business community. And also, she came from Ontario, Canada, but now she's living in Alberta, Canada. So, as you can imagine, she's been like moving around. So, let's hear her story and journey as an online business owner. So, I welcome now, without further ado, my guest for today. Hi, Coach Tanya
Hi.
Rischke. Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Noche.
So,
Hi, all the way
thank
from Canada.
yes, all the way you're from Canada and I'm here from Australia. So that's the good thing about the online business, right? This is really global. So we want to see how global our community and platform is. So if you're new in my business page and also in my YouTube channel, so make sure to put your name, your location as well, so that we'll see how global. And what's what we said, Coach Tanya, you're there in Canada, I'm here in Australia, so we don't know each one of us before, but because
Right?
of this online business, we were able to I am able to know you, and now I had a chance to really talk to you and interview you.
Yes. Thank you so much, by the way, first of all, for having me here. I love coming on here and sharing whatever I can to inspire others to hopefully, take the leap of faith like we both did into the online space. And it's not as scary as people think. And so we want to just, break down those barriers for you and really pull back the curtain and show people that, we're everyday people. We're nobody, extra special. We didn't come with, all these talents and all these gifts to come here. We just came here because we have a passion, and we both want to share what that is. So again, I'm very grateful for being here. And one thing I always love to say when we first get started is, as much as we're on opposite sides of the world, we're actually on two different days right now. It's
Yes,
only Friday
definitely.
for us. So,
Yes,
Coach
it's
Noche, it's already Saturday.
yes, it's Friday for you there, Friday evening, but it's Saturday morning here for me in Australia. So different time zones, but we're
It
both
doesn't
speaking,
matter.
but we make it happen,
That's
right? So
right.
we're
We
all
make it
here
happen.
now. Okay.
Yeah, so I
So
thought I'll throw that in there and let our viewers know that, you know what, you can do this anytime, anywhere, as long as you have Wi-Fi, right?
y-
So
yes,
yeah, so
and
like
and
the, yeah.
Coach Tanya, I just want to share to everyone, like when we were talking earlier, I told you that when I had my first day or the first few weeks being an online business owner, I saw you and you are one of my inspiration in this business. And I'm pretty sure a lot of our business owners as well from different parts of the world are looking up into you. So like how can be like Coach Tanya? So like how can be you po like in a Filipino? So I'm so grateful. As I said to you earlier, I'm so shy to ask you before because
Aw.
I'm so new. But then now it's like one of the aspirations and dream that you and me in one screen together. So it's those are like small dreams that we have in the business, and slowly we're making it happen, right?
Well, it's an honor and a pleasure actually to be asked. I'm flattered that you reached out to me because, yeah, I'm like I said, I had no idea. And again, I'm just an average, everyday person like everybody else that gets started. And, we all come with the same tools, the same training. And it's just that, I might be a few steps ahead when you first got started, but my goodness, that gap is closing. Coach Noche is really stepping up here, and it's incredible. It's been an incredible journey for all of us. So you know what? That just goes to show anybody can do this, right? It doesn't matter your background or where you're from or anything like that. So
Yes, definitely. But I know a lot of our viewers right now, we have live viewers, and they're excited to really know you, who you are as a person, as a business owner, and your journey. But before I'll let you introduce yourself. Let's just acknowledge first our live viewer for today. So we
sure.
have Janelle Castro. Thank you so much for
Oh,
watching, and she's in
Janelle!
Hawaii, USA. So like from
Wow,
Canada, Australia to Hawaii, USA. So thank you so much for watching us live
awesome!
today. We also have Maritas Lucas Raimundo. We have Janet Burhel. We also
Wow!
have Coach Daphne from USA as well, Texas, USA.
Oh,
Wow. We also have Maitha Manalo Castillo, and she's from Nevada, USA. We also have
thank
Mary
you.
Bullock from Winnipeg, Canada. So thank you so much, ladies and
Amazing.
people who are watching us today. So, okay, let's start our interview and let's know more about Coach Tanya. So, because we know you being a very successful online business and a coach in our community, but we don't really know who is Coach Tanya before being an online business owner. So, who is Coach Tanya before
Okay,
doing the
awesome. So
business?
you already kind of give an overview. Like I'm from Ontario. Now I live in Alberta. I've got 3 children. Now our children are now 22. The other one will be 19 this year, and the other one will be 14. So they're getting up there in ages, right? Yeah. So before I became a business owner, I was a full-time mom for a number of years, over 20 years. And well, at the time it was like about 17 years, but now it's been over 20. But before we had our family, I was actually in finance. I worked in the accounts payable department for a corporation in Toronto. So I used to actually commute from our small town, about a 45-minute train ride. I loved it actually. It was easy because if you know Toronto, Ontario at all, it's very, very busy. So to not have to drive was actually a blessing. So taking that GO train every day, mind you, it wasn't just a GO train, it was a GO train and a streetcar and then the bus, the regular bus. But nonetheless, that's what I did for a couple of years. And then, yeah, we started our family. And at that time, we made a promise to to each other, that my husband and I, that we would look after our children as far as education goes. So that I'm just giving you a little bit of a background, for their post-secondary education. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. As a full-time mom, though, I didn't stop there. I was always doing side gigs, always doing gosh, I've heard so many people in the industry, in our online business, saying that they've done other things before, and I've counted off about 10 that I've done before. So it just goes to show, like, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've always had that sort of that spirit, but things just didn't maybe work out, or it took too much of my time. Like, time is a huge thing when you have children. So tried a few things here and there, and they just didn't pay off, I guess, because of the time factor.
Okay, so I just know that you're also from finance field or like accounting department. So same here. I also work in finance. So I'm still
Yes.
a full-time employee as a finance officer here in like an automation, like a car industry, in where we offer finances to like consumer and businesses. But then, is that the like the industry or the career that you love when you're in that field before?
No, it wasn't. Actually, yeah, I'm not a numbers person per se. I'm more, I like to do more creative things. Like I find I'm more into crafting and furniture refinishing and baking. Like I feel like anything with my hands, I really like to
Uh,
get creative and do things. And so yeah, that was just, it was just a job. It wasn't a career by any means like that. It wasn't something I went to school for or anything like that. Actually, it was a company that makes orthotics for your shoes.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's good. Like we don't really know where our life like where we fit in, right? So we tried,
right.
as what you said, you tried so many things, it didn't work, and now you found something that you really want to do. And we also have one viewer today, and she's like you. She's Mary Bodok, and she's from Canada, and she loves crafting as well.
Oh,
And a lot of her postings about craft, and she's really good into it. So thank you so much for sharing that as well. A lot of people can relate that. Yeah, we're just ordinary people. Like
yeah,
it's either an employee or you're a parent, but you're always looking for that opportunity to grow, to learn, to have more comfortable life and to provide more for your family. That's why you're always on the go and finding new stuff to do with. Okay, so
exactly.
before I proceed with the second question, Coach Tanya,
Mm.
love to acknowledge as well. We have Carlotta Joe Coco's Tana, and she's watching from Los Angeles.
Oh,
And she said
awesome.
hello. We also have Rhea Bermoy from Georgia, USA. We
Hello,
have
everyone.
here another person from Nevada, USA, Admin Valencia, and another
Oh,
one.
admin. I know admin.
Okay, yeah, so probably she's under your wings. And we
Well,
also
when we did the training, we helped
okay.
with the ads uh, testing and things like that. Yeah.
That's great. So that's why we love the online community, right? So
Yes.
in here we are online business owners, so we own and manage our business, but we never feel alone because of the massive community and amazing community that we have. Even though we don't know them personally, even Coach Tani, I don't know her personally, but she's helping
Right.
me as well, and the rest of the online community from different parts of the world. So as long as you connect with other business owners
Yep.
globally, then definitely you will never feel alone in this business. Okay, so
Absolutely.
my next question, Coach Tanya, is how did you found this? How did you find the online business?
Well, okay. So as I mentioned before, I was doing all these different side gigs. The last thing that I was doing before I actually found this business was I was refinishing furniture. And so I had an aha moment actually. I was sitting there and I was doing my, doing my thing or whatever. And it was getting to the point where it wasn't fun anymore. I love doing it, but then I was trying to make money at it. And what I realized was, first of all, it doesn't happen right away. When you're trying to sell something online, it can take some time. So I started to build up furniture into my dining room, into my living room, my garage. And I was like, okay, something's got to give. Like, there's got to be a better way, to be able to, make some money while I'm still at home. Because the kids got used to it and they really liked, having me there every time they got home from school. So I took up the furniture refinishing, with the chalk paint. It was such a big,
Yeah.
trend or whatever. So I thought I'll try that too. And yes, I made some money at it, but as I mentioned, big pieces take a little longer to sell. So I've got, extra china cabinets in my living room, or a whole dining room set that was in my living room, So yeah, it's just one day I started to think about it as I was sanding away, and I thought, oh my goodness, like, time equals money here. I'm not going to make money unless I'm putting, my time into it. But there's got to be something on the internet. So many people were starting to really talk about, these online businesses, and even businesses going online to market themselves. And so I had that idea, and then I kind of let it go. And then just one Saturday morning, I was sitting down having coffee with my husband, and I just said, my goodness, like, there's got to be something out there. And we were looking at our kids. We were looking looking at our two daughters, both in high school, and we're like, we need to do something quickly because they're going to be going to university soon and we're not ready. And as I mentioned before, we made a pact when we got married that we want to be able to provide for them because we didn't have that luxury growing up. Like we had to actually borrow money. Like in Ontario, it was called OSAP. So it's like a loan. Sometimes you can get a grant, but most times it's just a loan. And so even into our marriage, we had debt. And I thought, I don't want the kids to start off with debt in their life. You know, it's not a nice feeling. And so, yeah, we had that conversation and we just both started to look. And I think I scoured more than he did because he was working a full-time job. So I continuously, that was my job, just trying to find something and, you know, finding all these different things online. But there's no face to the name. You didn't know what you were researching. You didn't know the legitimacy of anything or even the integrity. And so those were big things that we wanted to check off our list. Like we had to know that this was the real deal and that it's legitimate. Like, you know, that you're going to get a tax form for any of the income that you make and things like that. So yeah, that's where I was. I don't know if you want me to go further.
When was that? What's the year? Like what year did you started the business?
So that was 2017 of the summer. And then I couldn't, so I found stuff in that summer, but like anything that came close was like $20,000 or higher. Like the one that most people know about. I don't need to, you know, name it off, but it's a pretty big name out there. And so when I was researching that, I was like, okay, but then where's the mentorship? Where's, you know, what's the product that I'm going to, you know, market or whatever. I didn't have any of that in place. And I thought, there's no way we're going to take out a loan for something like that when we don't have all the, you know, resources, right? So I let it go. And then, you know, fall came and Christmas came, and then it hit hard. After Christmas, it hit hard. We're like, okay, you know what? All the bills started to add up again, you know, after Christmas. I mean, we're very giving. We like to, you know, give to, you know, not just our immediate family, but our relatives and things like that, friends and stuff. And so, yeah, it was January and I literally prayed. I prayed to God that something would give. And I just said, we can't keep going this way. Like, you know, we have to find a solution. And so it was January of that year that it came across my news. I wasn't even looking, you know, purposefully at that point. As I said, I kind of let it go. I put it to God and I let him, you know, show me the way. And yeah, so it was January of 2018.
So January 2018, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those watching us live today, that's a clue for you. January 2018. So watch until the end, and probably you will be one of the winners. So I will throw questions later on when the interview finishes, and those questions are based on the sharing of Coach Tanya today. So I think what inspired me, Coach Tanya, is that at first is you have the luxury really to be with your kids, right? To be there with them, because not a lot of mothers and parents have that opportunity that they will be able to stay at home and be with their kids all the time. But as you said, yes, you have that and you love being with your kids and your family all the time, but at the back of your mind you still want to provide and help, like in the family financially, right? So that's why you're always looking for ways on how you can earn online. And when you share that you also have a difficult times before, it reminded me as well when I was way back in the Philippines. Like I'm the only child, so I don't have brothers and sisters, so I live with my mom only. So they got separated with my dad when I was still so young, and my mom always tell me, because we're not rich, so we're not really rich. So my mom really told me that to go to school, study hard, and have a good career, and make sure to put all your hard work in whatever you do, right? So that's my upbringing, just to go to school all the time and have good grades and work in a corporate career and be in a corporate ladder. But then later on, this opportunity came in. Even though I have a good job, I work in finance, I love my job, but still I'm looking for opportunity outside my career, because I know there's so much opportunities out there. It's just that I just have to find that one thing that will work for me best, right?
Awesome.
Okay. Was there any hesitation, Coach Tanya, when you found this business?
Not for me, because I had already done the previous, looking for an opportunity. So I'd already done my research, I'd already done my investigation. And of course, when it came to one of the biggest components of our business, I had already seen that previous, the summer before. And so knowing that already, having that information, it was a no-brainer for me. So as a matter of fact, I ended up finding out more about it, and without my husband knowing, I just took it upon myself, and I watched the webinar, and got the information. And there's a fee that if you want to pay to find out more. So I did that, and I didn't tell him. So I thought, okay, I have to work up to it. And so I watched the replay first, and it was my coach and mentor on there. And I thought, holy smokes, they're on the webinar. Okay, this is legit. Like, this is amazing. So then I watched a live one. And then finally I got him to watch the next live with me. And I said, by the way, I already paid the $149. And so he said, what? So anyway, no hesitation from me, but yes, hesitation from Derek.
I can totally relate. So when I found this business, exactly was what you have as well. I'm so excited about the opportunity. I saw like ordinary people like me who's crushing it in the online space and earning a lot of money. And then I shared it to my husband and said, I think this time I want to do the online business. And because as I said earlier, I really on a lookout for earning extra income. So even before I tried selling beauty products, I was selling like cookwares and luxury bags. So, and then he told me, okay, so how long are you gonna stay in that business? Because my business stint will always be a month, 2 months, 3 months, and it's not really that like solid business. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna do this like for real, like forever. Like even I haven't started yet. I feel like, oh, this is really what I want, and I feel like this is for long term already. And it's just he said, no, don't do it, like, because we understand, right? Like people in the online space, we can totally relate if people said, oh, maybe it's a scam, it's not legit, because it's an online space, and we understand there's so many like scams or illegitimate business in the online space. But I told him I did my research, and I found ordinary people like me, like also Filipinos from different parts of the world. And I told him, if they can make it, then definitely I can make it too, as long as, because they told me that they're going to provide the training, the support, and everything. And I said, yeah, if they can do it, why not? Like I am capable as well of doing those things. So, and then he said, it's up to you, but I don't want you to do it. So I'm a bit sneaky. I don't told him as well that I joined, and then like I'm just doing my business like silently at the nighttime. And then so he said, okay, if you really want to do it, like it's up to you. He's not really supportive into it, but he just let me do my own thing and doing the business.
That's awesome. Well, it wasn't that easy for me. There was a little bit of hesitation on his part, because being a full-time mom for how many years, I wasn't that tech savvy. And that was the one thing that I needed to listen for during the webinar. And sure enough, they said, you don't have to have any of those computer skills. You can learn everything, and it's all, step by step. And I thought, okay, you know what, if they can do it, just like you said, if they can do it, grandmas were doing it. I was like, okay, if they're doing it, I certainly can, figure this out. And so that was, definitely reassuring. Yeah. But going back to some of the things that I did as well, my goodness, when I was 19, the first thing that I did actually back then as an entrepreneur was I sold lingerie. I don't share that too often, but yeah, that was one of the things. And my dad wasn't very proud of that, but hey, it paid the bills, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't have a family or anybody to have to report back to, so I had the time to go and do those parties or whatever. But yeah,
and that's the challenge as well with my previous businesses that I tried, because you have to do a lot of like home parties and promote a product, sell the product. Like, and then I'm working full time. Like I don't have time to do that. And I'm so new as well in Australia during that time. I don't have family. I don't have friends. Like I said, if I'll do the business, who I have to sell with, like all those products. And luckily when I found this business, they told me, oh, no selling involved, no bugging your friends and family. I said, okay, this is it. So this is the business what I want. It's done and dusted. I'm gonna join, because I don't want to do selling at all. And that's why we're doing this as well, Coach Tanya, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of people are a bit hesitant because they're not sure if the business is legit. But that's
Right.
why we're doing this, so that you will know that we are just real people. Like, we have our real face, real voice, and we're
Yes.
just casually talking our journey in here. So you can really see that we are just ordinary and real people. But the good thing is we're so blessed because we found a system that works for us and help us to earn massive income in the online space. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
before I proceed, Coach Tanya, with my another very interesting topic for today's interview, let's also acknowledge our live viewer for today. We have Sharon Rivera, and she's from Hawaii. We also have Mercy Perlongan from Maryland, USA. Um, Admin said, Coach Tanya, your passion of crafting shows in the background. Now we know. Okay. Oh, yes,
Now
it
we
is.
know.
Just a quick question. Did you also refurbish that cabinet at the back?
I had some help. My husband actually helps me do that one, but yes, it's a refinish. Yep. Yeah, it
That's
was like an
really
oak before.
that's
Yeah.
really amazing. It looks so good. So we also have here Annabelle Kukumer, and she's watching from Melbourne as well. She's here in Australia as well. And we have Coach Vilma Ligada, and she's from Texas, USA. Okay, so my next question for you, Coach Tanya, is I think you already shared a little bit, but why you started the online business despite of probably hesitations or like any concerns, but what really pushed you and took that leap of faith on starting your online business, even though, as what you said earlier, you don't have you're not really tech savvy.
Right. You know what? There is a few more things. I'm glad you asked that question because it wasn't just the education for our family. It was also spending more time with them, but also we weren't spending that much time together because my husband Derek was doing a commute from our town to a place called Mississauga, which is just before Toronto. And his commute, I mean, even when I say this is kind of crazy, used to be 45 minutes each way, but it grew to an hour and a half each way he was driving
Mhm.
just to go to work. And that's all highway. That's like, you know, kind of dangerous and risky. And because when you're doing that kind of a drive and you're doing it every day and you're by yourself, it gets boring. And so what do?
Mhm.
You rush. You can't help it. Like you're just in a rush all the time. And then you become anxious, right? You become a little bit, wanting to just get there and get home. And then I was going to say also, whenever we wanted to do something on weekends, when we finally had time to do something, and we had the kids in the car and he was, speeding, I'd be like, listen, like we've got precious cargo in the back. You can't be doing
Mm.
this. Like just chill, slow down. He goes, I'm sorry. He goes, I can't help it. He just started to develop that, right? Like, and so it became dangerous. And 12 years, not Jay, like he was on the road doing that. And that was not the intent. Like when we moved to that
Mm.
town, the intent was that he was going to find a job that was closer to him, but it just didn't happen. And so every day he would get up, he would go to work. And so that meant also sacrificing time with us. And so we didn't have, evenings were really spent, eating dinner and,
Mm.
doing our regular routine and then going to bed. So there really wasn't that much time. And then weekends were mostly spent doing projects around the house or chores or whatever we needed to get done, right? And so it became tough. And so I said, okay, you know what? There's like dozens of reasons why we need to find something different because I need to get him off that highway 401 is known to be deadly as well. That
Mm.
1 year actually before we actually became business partners, the highway was closed 10 times that 1 month.
Okay.
And I thought, this is no. So the first thing we were going to do was move closer to his job. And I said, yeah, but you're not even that happy with your job. Like he wasn't even excited anymore. Anyways, he was
Mm.
already at that job for over, I think, 15 years by that time. And so I said, what are we doing? We were literally going to trade houses just to be closer to his job. But then, it didn't make sense in the end. And so our big plan became, okay, if we're going to move to Alberta, we need to have a plan in place. So then this is when things started to sort of fall into place. So we, first of all, I needed to build something at the time while we're in Ontario that I can bring with me and and continue on here, because he was working full time. He was helping me too in the business, but mostly he was doing his job. And then, like I said, there wasn't much time after. So lucky for me, I had time to be doing most of the things for the business. And then he was sort of my tech person, and he still is. He does more of the techie stuff. But yeah, and then it just, we were able to grow the business for a couple of years. And then, as I said, things started to fall into place, and then the timing was right. And we were finally able to make it from Ontario to Alberta. So if anybody is familiar or not familiar with Canada, Canada is a very big country. So we were on the east side, and now we live on the west side. So it was literally 5 almost straight days of driving to get here. So it was, but it's all worth it. It was all worth it.
It's great. That's a good thing with your online business, Coach Tanya, right? It's like very location independent. So as you can bring the business anywhere as long as you have a good internet connection, you have your phone with you and your laptop. So we always tell it like this is a business on the go, because everything we do it in the online space. So if, as long as you have internet connection, then you're good to go and check your business. So imagine if you're running a business which is a physical store or physical business, like you can't really travel as much as you want, and you can't really like go to even other state, because you will be tied up with your business, and it will be so hard for you to move interstate and build up again your business from scratch. But with the online business, wherever you go, you can carry it with you, with all your operations, your business income, and all those stuff. So that's really amazing. So now your plan for your family really changed, right? Because of the opportunity that you want to have for yourself and for your family. So we also have Japs here. She's watching from Kuwait. So thank you so much for watching us today.
Very international tonight. This
very international, definitely. So Coach Tanya, I know you're so successful online business owner. And as I said, we always look up into you in this community. And thank you so much for helping everyone. You're helping us as much as you can. So I'm curious what it feels like to be your own boss and to be a successful online business owner. Because it's also my dream, even though I love my job as a finance officer. So I'm praying and looking for the perfect timing with God's will to be a boss free as well and be my own boss. So I know a lot of people now who's watching, probably they're also still employed, but they're waiting for probably retiring early, or some people they don't love their job, so maybe they're also looking for another ways on how they can really do something that they love to do. So share it to us how it feels like to be your own boss.
First of all, it's very rewarding, because you know that well, as a mom, like I was starting to lose my identity a little bit. I was like, okay, I really want something for me as well. So that is rewarding in itself, to know that I was able to start something with the help of my husband, of course. But all I'm saying is that it's a business that I didn't have to report to somebody to do this, or I didn't need permission. And I think that also goes hand in hand with not having to ask your boss when I can have a day off, or, when I can go on vacation, or, if your children are sick, you don't have to worry about having someone cover off for you. You can take them to appointments. And, we have sensitivities in our family as well. And this was another reason why I didn't want to go off to work, because I knew that if that were the case, mealtime would be stressful, because we have 2 of our children out of 3 have sensitivities to dairy and wheat. And so we have to do a lot of things, from scratch. It's really hard to buy things that are already pre-made, especially when our oldest daughter was with us, and she'll be coming to join us again at the end of the month. So the whole summer we'll be doing that all over again. She has the most sensitivities in our family, actually. The one that's coming back, she's 22. So, that's a luxury in itself. I mean, it sounds like a minor thing, but it means a whole lot. Even when they were in activities after school, getting the meal ready, and I could do it early enough, right? And so if they had soccer right at 5 o'clock, we were off to the races. so we could have an early dinner and then be off, and there we go. So I feel like a little bit more organized. There's an advantage there. Goodness, yeah, it just goes on. Just the idea that you can do this even when you're in the grocery store. I love I'm a shopper. Whenever if I'm shopping, I can just, go onto my phone and check in on my business, make sure everything's, going well or whatever. If anybody reaches out to me, I can still reach out, back to them. So, but you know what the luxury of that is that I don't have lineups. I can go on a Wednesday morning or
Yeah.
afternoon or whatever. I don't have to wait till Saturday or Sunday to do my groceries, or even Friday night. I know a lot of people, make it a ritual. But I actually find it fun because it gets me out of the house. So I get kind of the best of both worlds. So I'm a Gemini. So I love change. So I'm always looking
Mm.
for a different environment, somewhere to go. Even, if I'm going to do, shoot a video, I can just, drive to wherever I want to go. So I just feel like there's a lot of freedom there. So it's not maybe, so much the money, but the time for us. Time is a big thing for us. And our kids are getting older, so we want to be able to do more things while they still want to do stuff with us and while we're still young enough.
That's amazing. So yes, so that's what we love really. Like that's what we're looking forward to, like having our own time, like doing the lifestyle that we really want without asking someone else permission if we're allowed to do so or not. And then as
Yes.
what you said, you can do anything that you want, right? You don't have to be you can get away from the peak hours, so the rush hours, and you can
Yes.
just like do your own thing in your own time in your own pace. So we also have a lot of business owners watching today. So probably drop in the comment section like what are the things that you look forward in the business, or if you're new, so probably what are the things that you're excited about in the future for while having this opportunity now,
Yeah.
or if you're already an online business owner and you're getting a lot of results, and share to us what are your successes, or what are the things that you're able to do because of the help of this online business. And one of the viewers today said that Mary Bodok, she's
Aw.
also from Canada. She said, dreaming here to be like a Coach Tanya, to boss free, mommy duty 24/7, and doing things I love. So as I said, she also loves crafting, and that's what
Love
it is.
it,
That's why
May.
we're all want to be boss free. And eventually, the good thing is we now have that opportunity, right? So in my case, as I said earlier, I was brought up to have that mindset really of be in a corporate world, work there, be good because so that you're gonna be able to climb up the corporate ladder and then work until probably what at the age of 65 and retire, right? So that's always my mindset before. But because of this online business, it's opened more possibilities for me that hey, at the early age I can retire early and be my own boss. And that's what I always tell my husband. This year I'm planning to reach this milestone, and if I reach that, then I'll be able to retire. And he said, what about me? I said, what about me? And he said, you haven't helped me in the business, so you have to continue working at the age of 65 while I'm retired at the age of 40. And he said, oh, no, I can't do that. I want to retire early. So, and he said, okay, if you really want to do that, then you have to help me with the business. So even imagine if I'm retired and I have to travel, because we have so many travel events with the business, right? So we have this year we have a travel to Canada, right? And we also have different
Yeah.
conventions. And I told him like, if I retire and I'll do the business full time and I'll be do a lot of traveling, so what will happen to you? You'll just stay at home because you still have to work full time and you can come with me. And he said, no, he wants to do the business and make it like a full time as well, and just retire because he wanted to retire early as well because he's been working 12 hours a day.
Oh
He's
my
like
gosh.
he's a truck driver, so big
Okay.
trucks. So imagine as well driving in the highway. He has to
Oh.
wake up 3 o'clock in the morning every single day and
No.
12-hour shift. So yeah, so that's why I told him, when you're ready, I'll gonna train you. I said I'll gonna train you, and then let's do the business together. And yeah, that's the good thing.
Nice. What a great
So
plan.
so
That's
many
awesome.
opportunities, right? Okay, and
Yeah.
we also have one here, and she's Annabelle. She's in Melbourne, and she said, I love your energy, Coach
Ah,
Tanya. Thank you for sharing,
thank
coaches. Wow,
you.
boss free. Yes, definitely. And Coach, also we have Linda here, and she said portable business is amazing. And she's also a mom with young kids, and she's a stay-at-home
Yes.
mom, and now she's able to earn online, massive income online, even while at home and taking care of the kids. So just like you, Coach Tanya,
Awesome.
being a
Awesome.
stay-at-home mom, Mr. Georgia needs to start his own digital business. Definitely. We only talked about it earlier. So, like, okay, so you need to do your business as well and do your training. I bought
Yeah.
an iPad for him so that he's going to start doing the training, but it's been a year now, but he hasn't started really. So, like, okay, so, like, I'm gonna probably he'll gonna do it when he's ready. And lastly, Annabelle said, "Wow, that's amazing goals with your husband, Coach Notcha. Both are both free and travel around together." Yes, my husband love to travel an hour to work and get up at four
Wow.
a.m. Yeah, so imagine, right? So like we
Yep.
are tied up really with our employment. So if that's why I always feel before, if I put the same effort and passion in my career, which I love, why not put the same effort and passion in our own business? Because we
That's
are
right.
building it on our own, and we're building our own dreams. So when we're employed, like we're putting a lot of effort, but actually we're helping someone else dream achieve their dreams, right? Like someone else
Yeah.
person achieve their dreams. But if you're an online business owner, definitely we're working towards achieving our own dreams at not and not somebody else dream. And also lastly, I'm new in the digital business but not new to entrepreneurship. So yeah,
Awesome.
thank you so much,
Awesome.
ladies. Awesome. And hopefully we'll be in the a few more questions here. So the other one is, so that one, how your online business can be a game changer for you and for your family, Coach Tania.
So, yeah, first of all, education. Like that is hands down the first thing that we wanted to be able to provide for them, as I mentioned. And yeah, not having that debt when you're first starting out in life. I mean, look at the cost of housing now. Like real estate has just, exploded, and I can't even imagine how someone coming out of university or college that has already debt, when are they going to be able to purchase a house, like put a down payment on a house or whatever. So at least we can help with that. And as a legacy, so down the road, like this was definitely the icing on the cake, if you will. The fact that we can hand this off to them down the road, and they're going to be looked after. I don't know if some of your viewers know that, but yeah, this business, you can hand it down, pass it down to your family members. And that's huge. That's huge. So you're not only building your own empire, you're building it for your entire family. So there's
True.
a lot to be said there. So yeah, education, and then time is our biggest thing. Other than the education factor, time is what we wanted back, and we're getting it. It's allowing us to do these fun things in the mountains. One of the reasons that we picked Alberta was because we wanted to be closer to the mountains, be able to do snowboarding and skiing and snowshoeing and skating on the pond and all these kinds of things. So we're now able to do those things. And in the summertime, we do hiking. Love hiking. Yeah. And actually, as a matter of fact, we just went somewhere on Monday, on Easter Monday. So that was a thrill. My husband now works at the college here, so he only has a 10-minute commute. And
That's great.
what's great too is that he gets the same days off as the school. So we were able to venture off to what we call the hoodoos. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but anyway, you can check out my business page and see what I'm talking about. But it's really, really cool. But yeah, just in a 1.5 hour radius. That's about the length of time that Derek would be spending to go to work. Now we're going on a road trip, no traffic, in the prairies, or getting closer to the mountains, and it's a fun thing. It's a fun drive. It's not stressful. So yeah, it's really great.
It sounds like you guys really want outdoors. So you love
We
hiking, you want to
do.
be with nature and other stuff. And
Yeah.
luckily, you have the luxury really to do those things, right? And
Yes.
that's priceless. Like you can do whatever
Yeah.
you want and
Yeah.
be with nature all the time. Every time you want to do it, like you can just get out in there and
Yeah.
drive and spend quality time together. So I think that's why as well a lot of business owners in this online business community like me, we have a good career, like good jobs, good pay, a decent pay.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, especially if you become a mom, you can become a parent, priorities change, right? It's not
Yeah.
all about the income, the money anymore, but it's all about the quality time that you can spend with your family. Because we have a lot of business owners who's been earning a lot in their career, but at the end of the day, they're working like 12, 16-hour shift every single day, and then they got small kids, they got family to take care.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it will boils down, you have to weigh in, so will it be worth it to earn that much of money without sacrificing family time? Or that, because that's the usual thing that we have, the opportunity that we have before. But now, because of the massive opportunity in the online space, we now have the chance to earn massive income online while spending time with your family. So if you're also looking for that opportunity, make sure to sneak in our business pages and have a look, and how we can help you as well achieve that. Okay,
And
and
if I
for
could just
last,
add, sorry, if I could
yes,
just
Coach
add to that,
Tanya.
the only thing that I regret is not finding this sooner. I love that you said that. When you have young children, I think back to all the sacrifices we had to make. Yes, it was great, and I never ever, not even for 1 second, would ever take back, just living on one income. With all the sacrifices we made because of the bond that we have with our kids. But my goodness, if I was a young mom right now, seeing this opportunity, hands down, I'd be looking into it and jumping on board, because it would have allowed so much more. Even we would be so much further ahead even now. Like, I'm pushing 50. I might
It
as well
doesn't
say
look
it.
like one. Yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
thank you. But I am. And, I thinking back, gosh, if I had seen this even 10 years ago, like just 10 years ago, even, how much different our life would look like. So anyway, I'm just saying to our viewers, anybody that's watching, that's, young mom, young dad, young family, definitely have a look at this, because it is a game changer. Like, Coach Nache was saying, there's so many aspects to it, especially with a young family.
Yes, in my case as well, Coach Tanya, like I don't have kids yet, but actually I can see myself as really, this is also a massive opportunity and a game changer for us, because I understand there will be a point in my life probably that I have to give up my career. I saw this happen to a lot of parents, moms out there, that they love their job, they have a good career in a corporate world or any whatever industry they have, but the moment they get family, they get kids,
Yep.
sometimes they don't have a choice, but they have to
Yeah.
give up their career for them to be able to take care and give quality time for their children, especially because here in Australia it's so expensive to have
Oh,
put your kids in a child care or daycare. So
yes.
some parents have to really give up their work and just be a full-time mom. So actually
Right.
it's also preparing myself that now this online business is my part-time like side hustle.
Yeah.
It is my part-time income, but eventually this side hustle, it will be my full-time thing or career in the future, even if
That's
in the
awesome.
event that God's perfect time that I have to stay at home. Even though I'll be stay at home, then definitely I'm still gonna continue running my business.
Oh, man.
And also that's one of my major concern, I think, before I found this business, because
Yeah.
I noticed that if I have to give up my work and be a full-time parent or like stay at home, how can we survive? Like financially, there's also
Yeah.
a financial aspect to that, right? How can we
Yeah.
survive if we'll just live with one single income, if I'll
Yeah.
be dependent with my husband's income, right? So we're thinking, can we afford to have kids? Can we afford to have a family on our own eventually later on, especially if we don't have really a backup plan in the event that I have to give up my career and be a full-time parent. So that's why it's really amazing that we have this opportunity, because it gives more options for people out there, that you will get
Absolutely.
stuck in where you are right now, and you can live a better life and also live the lifestyle that you really want, right?
Yes. And actually, even on that, we do have choices when we do become moms here in Canada. I'm not sure there, not sure where you live, but here, I mean, if we did maternity leave, is what we call it here, or paternity, you could, even the husband or dad is allowed to take that time. It's only 50% of your wage. So that doesn't really do that much either. And we have a lot of people in our organization and, in our community that also went through that and thought, my goodness, if I'm only going to get that much from the government, just like you said, you're kind of in a difficult position. So to have this in addition to making a little bit from there, it's a win-win.
Definitely, yes. And that's why we're always grateful and passionate about sharing this opportunity. Yes, it's not for everyone because not everyone are open about doing their business, having the opportunity to earn online. But for those who are really in the lookout for change, for a lookout for another opportunity that they can grab for them to be able to have a more comfortable life, live life in their own terms, then definitely this is something that you can look into and see if this fits for you or not as well. And hopefully, this will also help you earn massive income online and change your family's life and your life as well. So, one here we have Maita, and she said, "Wow, sounds so much fun things to do." That with your family. So definitely, I can see her photos with Coach Tanya's page. They're also always on the go, outdoors. So that's amazing to spend quality time with the family. And also we have here Maida Kenya watching from BC, Canada, and she said, "Hi, Coach Noche and
Hi,
Coach
guys.
Tanya." And we are in the last question for today. I know we thought it will just like probably 15 to 30 minutes, but I didn't notice we're almost on an hour on interview, Coach Tanya. So I hope you didn't mind. I hope you don't have
No,
any other
I,
priorities
I
after
should have
this.
warned you.
Because probably I stuff up your schedule because you're like, okay,
No,
it's like a
no.
mastermind happening now. It's like almost an hour.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
they are in the
no.
last stretch of the interview. So since you are so successful, Coach Tanya, success means differently to each individual. Yeah, each person
Yeah.
have different definition of success and how they look up success based on their results or based on what they perceive in life. So for you, Coach Tanya, what is success means to you?
First of all, what success means to me is just being better than yesterday. So if you put in your time and at the end of the day you've done what you could do to end that day, that's successful to me. It's not always about the money. Like for me, with this business, just knowing that I'm building our empire and I'm not doing this for somebody else. We're building this for our own family. That's success as well. Just the fact that we can spend more time together. That's success. You can notice that none of that has to do with the money part. Yes, the money helps. I mean, you can do more things with it. You can go more places, but in the end, it's having a system. It's following the system, following a proven system, and to a T, and doing the training, and doing what others have done before us, and being able to replicate that and duplicate that. That's success as well. So, and if you're helping others is a big thing as well, like serving others in whatever way you can, whether that's within your own small knit community or the larger community. The fact that we both or all of us help one another, again, that's success as well. I feel like we can't get anywhere without the help of others, and I think that's a fact. I think that we could go on our own, but that's going to take so much longer, and it's going to be so much more stressful, and we're going to be making more and more mistakes. So if you could take a system that's already been proven and follow in the footsteps of other successful people, you will also be successful. It's inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
True. And one of our audience today said, "That's amazing, Coach Tanya. Being able to build something for ourselves and for our family is big enough than hustling through life, building someone else." So love it. So also we have here Coach Nachante. Thank you so much
Oh,
for an amazing interview. Thank you
hi,
so much,
Mildred.
Maria. Mildred, thank you so much for watching today. So is there anything that you wanna, any message, Coach Tanya, to our viewers today, or for our live viewers, or for those who are gonna watch us the replay as well?
Do you know what has always been repeated to us day in and day out, and you hear it all the time, is the first thing you need to do when you're looking at anything is to know your why, because your why is going to drive you to wherever you want to go. Without a why, without having direction, your mind doesn't know where to take you. It doesn't know, the universe doesn't know, God doesn't know. He has a plan for us, yes, but we also need to be, we need to guide our own lives as well. Like we need to have some sort of direction. Um, I think that I've known that from the beginning. I think I've always had that. I've always had, this is what I want for my family, and it's just getting the rest of the family on board. So coming here wasn't easy, but we did it, and I thought it would be a lot easier. There were some hiccups, and then just settling in and that kind of thing. But in the end, it was our why that brought us here, and now we're happy, right? And sometimes there's growing pains. You're going to have that no matter where you go, whether you're at a job or your own business. There are going to be growing pains. Just be aware of that. But if I could give any advice, it really is stick to your why. And that's going to get you up in the morning. That's going to get you up when you're feeling down. When you can, look toward your desires, your deepest desires. And usually it's your family that drives you, right? Whether it's, your spouse, or if you have kids, usually it's in that way. So I would say definitely define your why, and sky's the limit. There's so much potential out there.
Okay, so for those who are also watching us in this interview, if you have, as what Coach Tanya said, if you have bigger whys for yourself, for your family, if you're looking for an opportunity to earn more, to support more your family, at the same time, really have the time freedom to live the lifestyle you want. And if more probably, if you're also a moms or parents looking for a ways on how you can have extra income while at home and staying, taking care of your kids, just what Coach Tanya is doing, then definitely you can message me, snoop around in my page, or visit my website. It's www.notchegeorgia.com. So it's in the screen down there. So in there, just put your name and email address, and I'll be definitely happy to assist you, because I'm your mentor and your business coach. So as an online business coach, I help people all over the world on how you can set up your own online business. Even though no training, you don't have any experience, we provide you the training and the tools to set up your own online business and be a successful online business owner as well, just like us. So thank you so much, Coach Tanya, for your time. And
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. And I was going to say, if I can do it, you can certainly do it.
Yes, definitely. So if you guys have really a strong desire for change, to change your life for the better, then have a look in this opportunity. So probably this can also help you achieve those bigger goals and dreams in life. And who knows, maybe in the next time you will be the one sharing your own success journey in this online business
Yes.
community. Okay, so thank you, Coach Tanya. Thank you so much for your
You're so
time. And do you want to stay a bit? We're gonna have a little bit of games. So are you okay with it?
Yeah, I
Okay,
definitely
so
want to see
yeah,
this.
okay,
Thank you for
definitely. So
having
it's
me,
just
by
like
the way.
a
I wanted to say
just like
thank
a
you again.
fast finger. So I need you to, if you can see some comments, I need you to be one of those lookouts who will
I
gonna be
can't
the
see anything,
winner.
unfortunately, on my side.
Okay, no worries. Or maybe you can say yes or no if that's the right
Okay.
answer. Okay.
Sure.
So for
Sure.
we have 18 live viewers today. So make sure ready your
Wow.
fingers, your fast fingers game today. So the fast fingers, if you don't know it, I'll throw a question, and then the person who will type in the fastest finger, who will answer the correct who will answer the correct one will be the winner for today. So for today's session, we will gonna give audiobooks. So we're gonna have three lucky winners for today. So the
Wow.
audiobook, it will be your own choice. So what will be your option if you will be the winner for today's session? It's either the first option for you, an audiobook is 10 times rule from Grant Cardone, or you will also have the chance to choose Rich Dad Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. We also have a book for you, Master Your Emotions and Motivations, or you can have the Start with Why by Simon Sinek, or Change Your Paradigm and Change Your Life by Bob Proctor. So these
All
are
good choices.
amazing books.
Very
Oh,
good.
good choice. That's why I'm so excited for everyone. So let's do this game. So again, ready
Okay.
your fast fingers and we'll type it in. So first one, I think this is so easy anyway. So hopefully we're gonna have a winner straight away. So type in the comment section your answer. What country is Coach Tanya coming from or tuning in today? So what country is Coach Tanya's from? Okay, let's see if someone can guess it. Is it Australia? Is that Micah? Okay, so we have answer here. So a winner for today, we have the first winner. We have Ria Alarcon,
Ria,
Canada. Thank you,
congratulations.
congratulations, Ria. So I have to take down wait, I have to take down that because there's so many messages. So Ria Alarcon, congratulations. So I will communicate to you later on, or just message me in Facebook. And how do you wish your audiobook to be sent to you? So I usually ask for your email address so that you're gonna have the prize today right away after this interview. Okay, so that's so amazing. So yes, definitely Coach Tanya is from Canada and I'm here from Australia. So yeah, even though different time zones, thank you so much for that time you provided to us, Coach Tanya. And second question is, I think I gave you a clue earlier. Hopefully you listened to my interview with Coach Tanya. Put in the comment section the exact year. What year did Coach Tanya started her online business? Okay, let's see if we have a winner here. January 2018. Is that correct, Coach Tanya? Congratulations.
I have to add to that. Can I add to that?
Oh, sorry, it's not. Sorry, this is the first one. Sorry, that's the one.
Admin. So I have a little confession. So I did see the business in January, but I didn't become a business owner until February because I took a full month. I took a full month because hubby, right? We had to get all our questions answered and do the coaching call and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, literally I saw it in January, but then I became an owner in February.
Great. So are you happy with this answer, January 2018?
I am. It's the right answer.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Edwin. Yes, you're the winner. As I said, I will reach out to you later on and choose what book you wish to have as your prize. Okay. And we're in the last question. During the interview, there is one thing that Coach Tanner really mentioned all the time, regardless if I ask her why or her success in this business, when I asked her what success means to her. So put in the comment section one word that Coach Tanya mentioned all the time in her interview and why she's doing the business. And when I asked her what success means to her. And there it is. So I think, are you okay, Coach Tanya, if the answer is time?
Yes,
that's correct. So the answer is time. So we have a winner here. Our first winner, fast finger. Sorry, I always click the wrong one. Sorry, Micah, you're the winner.
You guys are awesome.
Yes, the answer, the correct one is time. So we have Maita here as our third winner for today's interview with Coach Tanya. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And for those who are going to watch the replay, thank you so much. Put your comment in the comment section and also connect with me. If you're not a business owner yet and you're interested to learn more, definitely I will help you to get started. So thank you, Coach Tanya. Is there anything else you want to say? And I'll give you the floor to end the session.
I just want to say how much fun I had. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm flattered, I'm honored, and I hope that I gave even one person some inspiration to take the next step. Look into this if this is, remotely something that you're looking for, because my goodness, wait till you see what's on the other side. It's fabulous. And
okay, thank you.
Thank
you so much, everyone, and see you in the inside in our online business community. Bye, and see you in the next session for Success Journey of an Online Business Owner. And have a great day. Bye.
Bye.